Hey guys, it's been a long time we have done any videos on the Nebosh Open book scenario based questions. So let us do it now, do it today. So we will be going to see the scenario based questions in today's video, and it will be going to very useful for the people who are going to write the examination in coming December. So before that, I would like to say one more thing. In today's video we will be going to see only the scenarios and the questions, but the answers we won't be doing in today's video. It will be done in next video. But what I want you people is do your homework, read the scenario, read the questions, do your homework, find out the answers, post in the YouTube comments so that we can cross verify in our next video. We will be matching up. It will be a very good boost for your preparations, especially for the people who are targeting the upcoming exam. So let us start it, friends. You have a dual role as an experienced and respected process operator in a company and a representative of workers at a large, high hazard site which is run by an international chemical manufacturing organization. So you can guess, like, you are working as a processor operator who is a very experienced guy, and you are also a representative for the workers in that company, and the hazards are very high in that site, and this site is for an international chemical company. So I hope till now the points are very clear. The next we will see, the organization has a reputation for having a world-class health and safety culture. Not the point, they are having a world-class health and safety culture, with many other industries using them as a benchmark. So your company is used as a benchmark by the other companies. So you know what is benchmark. It is a legally compliant organization that sets clear objectives and checks that they are met. It employs and retains motivated workers who are aware of their clearly defined and documented responsibilities and want to continuously improve in their roles. Absence and sickness rates are low in your company. The organization listens to workers when they raise concerns and responds professionally to external customer complaints. The organization also takes pride in recording low accident and incident rates and investigating any near misses to learn the lessons and prevent more serious outcomes. So, till now, you can see some good positive points about your company. Across the organization, there are clear lines of internal and external communication. This allows effective resolution of complaints, means all the complaints are solved properly or in time. The organization is fully insured even though the premium is high. The organization conducts frequent internal audits and is also externally audited. Very well established company. Now the problem begins from here. The process you operate is running at a reduced production rate due to a technical problem with a large storage tank which is containing a highly toxic product. You have an idea what the problem is, but knowing the limits of your authority, you feel the issue should be escalated to someone more senior. So the local site managers, engineers, supervisors and operators in your company meet to discuss the situation. They conclude that the tank has an internal blockage, very serious issue that would normally require a complete process shutdown to clear, right? So not the point, we require a shutdown there. So you have to imagine that situation. However, the plant maintenance shutdown is 12 months away. They decide to seek advice from the corporate management team to explore whether there is a different solution that would resolve the blockage problem but keep production going on. So next, what happened? The local site and corporate management teams meet by a video conference, which normally happens in all MNCs. The corporate management team includes a very experienced senior engineers with 25 years company service. This engineer has overseen process plant modifications at many international sites with zero lost time accident. So they all agreed that modifications could safely be made to the tank without the need to shut it down, and that the necessary resources would be made available for this work. So at the meeting, the engineer introduces the proposed tank modification and leads the risk assessment exercise. He started the assessment exercises. The risk assessment includes consideration of highly toxic chemical, the release of which would be catastrophic for the workers, means catastrophic means very dangerous for workers as well as people in adjacent business, residential houses and the schools. The engineer confirms that this proposed modification method is a safe and widely used solution where the safety improvements are worth the cost. The risk assessment then continues with discussion and agreement on risk evaluation, existing control measures and any additional control measures which are necessary. So some of these control measures include safe system of work, a permit to work system, supplementary emergency arrangements and suitable induction training for all the contractors who work there. So I think it is clear. Now collectively these precautions and control measures reduce high risk to low risk. A summary of risk assessment is circulated to all the workers likely to be affected by the proposed modification. The full version of the risk assessment will be made available on request. So far they have done everything. Now prior to commencing the work, a permit to work is issued to the contractors who are carrying out the tank modification. The permit to work includes an explanation about the associated risk assessment and how the plant has been safely prepared for this non-routine modification. The contract workers accept the permit to work with the necessary precautions including wearing of specified personal protective equipment. So everything is set, the contractors have agreed to all the terms, they have arranged all the PPE, everything, all the equipments on the site. Precautions listed on the permit to work are also communicated to all the contractors and other plant workers who may be affected. The permit to work explains that precautions will be enforced along with any other site rules by active monitoring. This will be done while you carry out routine plant checks. And simultaneously check on the progress of the modifications will be also done and it will be reported. To confirm safe working and clarify overall expectations, you along with an independent site contact have been nominated to monitor and liaise with the contractors. So you will be working along and you will be in touch with the contractors to make sure that everything goes on safe. The independent site contact will also actively monitor and check the additional expectations such as the contractor site entry and exit control, resolution of any queries and the supervision standard in the site. You and the independent site contact will check to see whether the modification work is being controlled and is progressing as planned. So you have got a very good role in this scenario. So this is consistent with the organization's safe system of work based on the findings of the risk assessment and the method statement provided by the contractor. The aim being to complete the job safely without any incident. So findings from the inspections form part of the overall health and safety performance review. The performance review enables an overall assessment of opportunities for continuous improvement within the site and reveals any need for the change. So guys, let us discuss the task. So we have 8 tasks or 8 questions for this scenario, and this scenario is pretty simple. Everything is positive, so you can easily do your homework. So let us see the tasks. So the first task is about discussing the moral reasons for managing health and safety. Very simple. So here we will be seeing the comment on the organization's health and safety morals. What are the health and safety morals which you found from this scenario, right? The 10 marks question. Now the second task is roles and responsibilities. For a health and safety management system to work properly, you need to have clear roles and responsibilities, right? So comment on the evidence from the scenario that would contribute to the effectiveness of the roles and responsibilities. So it means you have to give the evidence from this scenario which shows that what are the roles, how effective the roles and responsibilities were shared in this company. Now the third task is influencing the health and safety culture. So the question will be based on the scenario only, what are the indicators of health and safety culture in the organization, and they are asking this question for 20 points. What are the indicators which you have seen in this scenario for health and safety culture? Task 4. Why lessons should be learned from the incidents other than a general improvement of health and safety? What specific reasons are there for this organization to learn lessons from incidents? Why incidents need to be reported? Why near misses have to be reported? What are the reasons? Those you had to write. Coming to fifth. Risk assessment. Related to risk assessment, this task is the risk assessment for the proposed storage tank modification has been completed. Based on the scenario only, comment on whether the risk assessment is suitable and sufficient in the following areas. The first is who might be affected. You have to find out. It was clearly mentioned in the scenario. Second, the B, the precautions are reasonable and the remaining risk is low. So here they wanted to know, like they have claimed that the precautions are reasonable, the risk assessments are must be suitable and sufficient. So how it will be affecting? You have to write what all precautions, how the reasonable precautions are made there, how the risk is low. You have to write the points. Well, very well. The task 6, permit to work system. The organization has an effective permit to work system. Why should a PTW be used to help manage the storage tank modifications? So you have to write the importance of the PTW related to the scenario and to justify your answers. Seeing the task 7th, which is managing the contractors. The contractors who specialize in the tank modification method are ready to start work, have been issued with a permit to work. Based on the scenario only, discuss how effectively the contractors will be managed by the organization during the modification. So how you will be managing the contractors, you have to write. And here is our last question, health and safety performance reviewing. The organization's world-class reputation is partly due to carrying out an annual health and safety performance review. What types of information should this review consider? What all informations will be considered during reviewing and health and safety? You have to mention your points here. So guys, don't forget to do your homework and stay tuned for the next video where we'll be seeing the answers for these questions. Stay tuned.